Ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀. Welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà. This is another episode of Àṣẹ for today. Grand Rising, Janet, how are you doing? Grand Rising, Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. This is the TikTok channel of Ifá College and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa TV, and this is Àṣẹ for today, season 2, episode 11 of Àṣẹ for today. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Jane, good morning. How are you doing? Grand Rising. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ọjọ́ ìní. Grand Rising. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Please keep tapping on your screen as you have joined. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Ojúmọ́ ire o, Grand Rising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what to call your name, but Grand Rising, how are you doing today? Today is another episode of Àṣẹ for today, and it's the beginning of a new week. Èní lọ́jọ́ Ajé. Ajé Ògúngúlùsọ Onísọ Òbòjì Adúró tì wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Okay, your name is Yakub. Yakub, Grand Rising. Aunty Lande, mo ṣe gbọ́ àtọ́ yín o. Ẹ kú ojúmọ́ nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Jerry Joshua, Grand Rising, and good morning to you. Welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. On this daily live streaming, every weekday, Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. Nigerian time and 1 a.m. on the EST, we delve into an Ifá and Odù Ifá, where we search the spoken words, the written words of Elédùmarè, that is our direction and guide through life. Season 1 was amazing. If you missed any episode, head over to Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for that gift. Season 2 has started, and this is the 11th episode. And on this daily live streaming, we say, my blessing is here now, Àṣẹ, it is done. My blessing is here now. Ifá instructs us, Ifá guides us, and Ifá shows us that whatever blessing and goodness that we need for this life, everything that we need to make this life successful is already here. So we are not part of the people that is praying and asking and wishing and doing anything any spiritual gymnastics, like I call it, to get the blessing of each new day. No, Ifá says we already have it. Olódùmarè says it's already here. Golden light, ojúmọ́ ire. Olódùmarè says the blessing is already here. It is already here with us. And what do? We dig it up. Wọ́n ní a máa ń wú ore ni, a máa wú jáde. You dig it up. You dig up something because you know that thing already exists. That thing is already here with you. So the pointers to where to dig it up is what Ifá does. Ifá is the GPS of life. So take, for instance, a group of miners have been told that there is diamond, there is gold, there is oil, there is steel, and whatever precious stone in a particular area. They don't sit down there on the floor and pray that the gold and the precious stones will fall from heaven. No, they already know that it is there. They call on their fellow miners and they say, gold is in this land, diamond is in this land. Then they take their metal GPS to direct them to the part where it is, and they start to dig up. And that is exactly what the Odù Ifá does. Our blessing is here now, and it is already done. Àṣẹ means there is a stamp of authority. So shall it be, so it is, and it is already done. So what do we need when we say our blessing is already here? It's already here with us. We don't need to pray for it to come down or wish for it to come down. We ask for guidance and direction to where it is. How do I navigate it? How do I locate it? How do I see where it is? Which is why we come into the Odù Ifá every morning. Keep tapping on your screen for those of you on YouTube, on TikTok. Share, like, repost, and follow. If you are catching a replay, all the information you need is in the description box of this video. To join the Global Ifa community, a group of people who are devoted to Ifa, to Orisha, to ÌṢẸШE, where we learn, where we get useful information as to what is happening at the moment, where we share and come together as a community to help ourselves grow, to teach ourselves, to share with ourselves. The Global Ifa community is a channel on WhatsApp. So if you haven't joined, just click in the description box of this video on YouTube. You'll get the link that directs you to the Global Ifa community. And if you are watching on TikTok, drop a message. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is on the screen, and you'll be directed to be a part of it. Ifa College is the first soon-to-be accredited University of Ifa, Yoruba and Orisha studies from Nigeria to the rest of the world, where we learn the undiluted, unwatered-down truth about Ifa, about our roots, about our culture, our tradition, our language, the people that we are, our ancestors, the place where we take our root from, the identity of who we are. We learn it undiluted, unwatered down. We unlearn the misconceptions that Westernization and religion has sold to us. We unlearn all those misconceptions and all the lies and all the trash, and we learn the truth about who we are. And we are directed on how to bring that truth into our everyday life. How do you appropriate it into modern day life? That is what we do at Ifa College. Ashe, for today is the daily live streaming where we get to dive into the Odù Ifá for every day, reading the ancient Yoruba text as it was given to our ancestors, translating it into modern English so that a lot of us understand, and then picking the lessons and the blessings each of those Ifá, and then appropriating it into different areas of our lives. That is what we do. And then we round it off with the Iwure, digging up the specific blessings that Ifá has guided us into. So we are delving into another Odù Ifá for today. But before we start, we usually give homage, making Iba. A lot of you that are transitioning or that are coming back, to your roots and to your source, one of the things you might struggle with is, in African spirituality, people bow down to idols. First of all, like I said yesterday, if you missed the live streaming for yesterday, go to the YouTube channel Iyanifa Ewa TV to catch a replay. I explained yesterday that in African spirituality, in Ifa, in իշեցե, we don't have idols. So whoever it is that is projecting the narrative of idols really needs to find out their information and get it right. We do not have idols. Do we bow down in honor, in reverence to our ancestors, to our Orishas, to Ifa, to Olódùmarè? Yes. And why do we do that? It is customary for us. It's a part of our tradition, a part of our culture, a part of who we are, to reverence people that are ahead of us, to reverence people in authority, irrespective of their age, irrespective of their status. As long as somebody is on a higher level of authority than you are, at whatever point, it is customary and tradition for you as a Yoruba person to show respect, honor, and pay homage to those people. Westernization has modified, literally changed everything, but that is not going to make us deny what our culture is. So when you see anybody in Yoruba culture, female, kneeling down to greet elderly people, that is a sign of respect, of paying homage and authority. So when you see us doing that with our ancestors, with our Orishas, Ifa, Olódùmarè, that is just our custom and tradition. It doesn't have anything to do with the narrative of idolatry or bowing down to smaller gods that whoever might want to be projecting on us. So as you come from Abrahamic religion and you come back home and you are struggling with it, remember that if you are a man or you come from a family where you have a male child and that male child is going to get married, you will lie down on the floor flat like this as a man. You will go on your two knees before they can give a woman to you, before they can give their daughter to you. And you are doing that to your in-laws, irrespective of their age and societal status and religious background. You have to do that. So if you can wrap your head around doing that as a Christian brother and sister, Muslim brother and sister, then I see no reason why you should also be able to explain it to yourself why it is done in spirituality. And like we always say, everything about the Yoruba culture, everything about Yoruba, their tradition, their culture, their language, their dressing, everything about who we are is embedded in our spirituality, and that is one of the signs of it. So we start every Ashe for today by making Iba. Iba is how we pay homage. Okay, if we happen to be in an Ifa shrine, if you enter in, the first thing you do is kneel down with your head on the floor to pay homage to everything that is represented there. If you go to the palace of an Oba, you will do the same thing. If you go to the office of a president, you will do the same thing. So what we are doing is not idolatry. Akodaye Asheba, Asheba Sheda, Asheba tí wáyé ọjọ́, Asheba tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, Asheba, àní kí bá wa ṣẹ o. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní hun mọ́, ìbà ò gbọ́dọ̀ hun ọmọ ènìyàn. Èmi àti yín ti wọlé àti júbà lẹ́nìí kó má hun wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣèbà jagunmalè olúwo òdi ọ̀run, òrànmọ́ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà. Ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, àṣèbà. Ọba tó mi gbó kìjikìji, àṣèbà. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé, kábíyèsí, kábíyèsí, ọba tí ń fọba jẹ, àṣèbà. Elédùmarè ọba tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ èní tó ní kí bẹbẹ máa bẹ, àṣèbà, àní kí bá wa ṣẹ ọ. Ajagunmalè olúwo òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà, olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin arógbá aṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fúngbà ọmọ lọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré, àṣèbà, aníkíbà wa ṣẹ. Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé, àṣèbà gbogbo kábíyèsí, gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba, gbogbo níjòyè níjòyè, àṣèbà olúbíkin, àṣèbà ọ̀sán ìbíkin, ajíbọ́lá miẹ̀dán, àṣèbà, ajíbọ́lá ògbódò ọ̀rà, àṣèbà, àṣèbà onílé, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ onílé, àṣèbà, aníkíbà wa ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo olúwo, gbogbo apènà, gbogbo àbíyè, gbogbo balógun, gbogbo lísà, látòkèdókè láìdápá kan sí ni mo ṣèbà, aníkíbà wa ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo òrìṣà tá à ń gbọ́sẹ̀ fún lénìí, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ọba lúfọ̀n, ọba ló ayé, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ egúngún, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn ìyá mi. Àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń gbọ́sẹ̀ fún lénìí, àníkọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ, kọ́ má dá sí wa lára, kọ́ gbà á, kọ́ fi yẹ wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. A tún ti fẹ́ bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi lénìí, a ṣe èèpà Ifá, èèpà òòṣà, a ṣe èèpà ikin, àṣèbà Ifá, àṣèbà ikin. Ọ̀rúnmìlà bàbá àgbọmìrègún, Ọ̀rúnmìlà tó jẹ́ òrìṣà fún ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye. A ní kó fún wa lọ́gbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye, kífá darí wa síbi tí ire wà, kífá darí wa síbi tí ọlá àti ọlà wà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye tá a bá wá kọ́ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí lénìí, a máa mú lò, a máa mú ṣẹni. Kò ní gbé tí ọ̀tún wọlé kó gba tòsì jáde láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìwúre la wá ṣe lénìí, ìwúre owó, ìwúre ọlá, ìwúre ọlà, ìwúre àlàáfíà, ìgbéga, ìṣẹ́gun, ìlọsíwájú, ìmọ̀, òye, àìkú tí ń ṣe baálẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ní káwọn òrìṣà gbé fún wa, kífá wa bá wa ṣe, kélédùmarè bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn náà kọ́ má fi wá sílẹ̀ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Keep tapping on your screen for those of you on TikTok. Let's see what the flash goal looks like for today. The flash goal says 10 finger me hearts. Finger hearts, right? Oh my goodness. 10 finger hearts. Finger hearts. The heart that has, the finger goes like this and then there's a little heart on it. That's the life goal for today on TikTok. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Nínú Odù Ifá tá mama kọ́lé ni Mrs. O Forever, ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Jane, thank you for that gift. Thank you so much for the gift. We need 8 more different people to help us meet our life goal. Mrs. O Forever, thank you for that voice note you sent yesterday. It's really encouraging. I really appreciate it. And more than anything, one thing that stayed with me and stuck with me in the voice note you sent to me yesterday was that by just listening and participating in our live streamings, particularly as Chef for today, you have been able to navigate life in a more simpler and more productive way. It just goes to show that the first thing that people are supposed to pay attention to when it comes to spirituality is knowledge. But over the last decades, we have put the cart before the horse. People are looking for solutions and are looking for products and are looking for powerful babalawos before they find knowledge. But it is such a wonderful time to be alive, to experience the knowledge in Ifa preceding every other thing. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me to know that you wake up this early to be a part of this and you are using it in your everyday life. And you can say without a doubt that the knowledge that you are gaining has been able to make life, easier for you, simpler for you, more productive, helps you to navigate life without having to gamble your way and, bump into things that is not necessary. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ifá, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè. Àṣẹ. Alágbèdé, is that your name? Àròyé. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, adúpẹ́ o. 4 people have joined the live gift goal for today. We need 6 more people with the finger heart. The Odù Ifá will be delving into today. We treated one of the essay of this Odù last week, and we are delving into another essay of this Odù again this week, and that is the Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji. Leni is going to be Ẹsẹ̀ Kìíní. Auntie Lande, thank you. I'm sure you saw that on the Global Ifá group. If you have not joined the Global Ifá community, if you are on YouTube, it will be in the description box below. Click on the link. If you are on TikTok, just send the message to the WhatsApp number that will be posted on your screen shortly and drop a message saying you want to join the Global Ifá community. Auntie Lande, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji Ẹsẹ̀ Ìkíní. Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji Ẹsẹ̀ Ìkíní. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Adífá fún èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún tí ń ṣàwórelé ìlàsàn. Ẹbọ làwọn ní kó mú ṣe, ó sì gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún ṣàwódélé ìlàsàn, ń ló di alájé. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún ṣàwódélé ìlàsàn, ń ló dá láyà. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún délé ìlàsàn, òun ló dọlọ́mọ. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún ṣàwódélé ìlàsàn, òun ló donílé, òun ló doníre. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀rọ̀gún ṣàwódélé ìlàsàn, òun ló doníre gbogbo. Eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. That is Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji, táwọn babaláwo tún mọ̀ sí Odù Ifá Ọ̀rọ̀gún Méjì. Odù Ifá yìí ló bílùú Ọ̀rọ̀gún, bí Odù Ifá Ìdímìlẹ̀kẹ̀ ṣe bí ìlú Òṣogbo. This Odù Ifá is called Ofun Meeji, and the code for Ofun Meeji is 2121. 2121 on both sides. It is an Oju Odù. It's one of the 16 principal Odus. This Odù Ifá is also called Odù Ifá Ọ̀rọ̀gún Méjì. Larry, good morning. Odù Ifá Ọ̀rọ̀gún Méjì. Gbémisọ́lá Ògúngbèmí, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, mo ṣogbó àtọyín o. Odù Ifá Ọ̀rọ̀gún Méjì is the Odù Ifá that birthed the community that is called Orogun. In Yoruba land, we have Ìlú Orogun. This is the Odù Ifá that birthed that community. The Odù Ifá that instructed the foundation of that community. You know, I keep telling you that Odù Ifá contains more than just I want to make money, I want to have children, I want to give birth to twins. Odù Ifá is more than that. Let's do it, Efa, let's do ÌṢÄŠE. Odù Ifá is global knowledge, universal knowledge. The Odù Ifá that birthed each community, each state, each country is written in the Odù Ifá, in the 256 Odù Ifá. It is included there. I'm sure some of you watch this and say, oh, tell me the Odù Ifá that talks about China. What you need to understand as an educated and intelligent person is every part of the Odù Ifá, the 256 essays, was given to us in Yoruba. In contemporary time, a lot of those words have been translated into English and other languages, English, French, whatever it is, and it has been appropriated to what language is in every country. But the original Yoruba word for every one of those things is in the Odù Ifá. And why you can find a reflection of it in Yoruba land is because that is our language. Take for instance, there is an Odù Ifá that talks about Èkó, but in 2025 modern day society, we call the same place Lagos. Some people were the ones that came to give it that name, but tẹ́ ẹ bá wọnú ẹsẹ̀ Ifá, orúkọ tí àwọn arómisá lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ń jẹ́ òun lẹ máa bá nínú Odù Ifá. Now let's translate that ẹsẹ̀ Ifá to English. It says fine dust, scattered dust. That is eruku tóró, eruku tààrà. Eruku is dust. Tóró is when it's fine, when you are arranging something in a smooth order. Eruku tààrà is something that is scattered wide, you know, when you have a road. Ọ̀nà tóró is a narrow road. Everything is narrow and is fine. Ọ̀nà tààrà is used to describe a wide road that just goes smoothly on the end like that. Fine dust and scattered dust. An Ifá divination was cast for Ejiorogun, who was going to perform divination in the house of Ilasan. He was going to establish Ifá in the house of Ilasan. He was told to offer sacrifice. He heard and he performed that sacrifice every night as instructed by Ifá. He heard and he performed as instructed by Ifá. We need 6 more people for the finger hearts goal. 6 more people. Ẹṣé púpọ̀. We need 5 more people. We are halfway gone. Thank you very much for that. He was asked to perform the sacrifice and he did. Moniko Shebo Orubo. When Ejiorogun performed the divination in the house of Ilasan and he did the Ebo according to Ifá, he became wealthy. He became wealthy. Fine dust, scattered dust. When Ejiorogun performed the Ebo according to the divination in the house of Ilasan, he gained a spouse. Fine dust, scattered dust. When Ejiorogun performed the Ebo according to the divination in the house of Ilasan, he had children. Fine dust, scattered dust. When Ejiorogun performed divination in the house of Ilasan, he received every blessing. Fine dust, scattered dust. That is the Odù Ifá for today. Nínú Odù Ofun Meeji. Now I'm reading from the manuscript of the sacred text of Ifá as put together by Ifá College, and it should be published before the end of this year. Elédùmarè. In that text, we have divided this journey into the original Yoruba rendering of the Ẹsẹ̀ Ifá, the English translation, the lessons and the blessings, how to appropriate it to different parts of your life in everyday reality, and the Iwure, or the prayer that follows that essay. Now, it says fine dust and scattered dust. Fine dust and scattered dust. What does that tell us? Golden light, ẹṣé púpọ̀ ma adúpẹ́. Fine dust and scattered dust. When you are about to navigate a road, construction is going on a road, right? and you are trying to make a path into a new place. Ejiorogun was going to lay the foundation of Ìlú Ìlàsàn. He has been instructed by Ifa to stand up from here. More expansion is to be made. Life is not going to end in Ile-Ife, where life started from. Life is not going to end here. Move from here and expand. And he made the divination. Ifa, where am I going to move to? Ifa has instructed during his Akosejaye that he's the one that is going to establish and expand to another part of Yoruba land, and he started his journey. Ifa instructed that before you go to that place to establish Ifa, Ofelofi, let's read it as is written in the Yoruba text. Wọ́n ní ó fẹ́ ṣàwo relé Ìlàsàn. Ó fẹ́ lọ ṣàwo níbẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ lọ di babaláwo níbẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ lọ fìdí awo lélẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ lọ kọ́ wọn níṣẹ́ awo níbẹ̀. He was going to practice Ifa there, to build the awo in that community, to establish that community on Ifa. And he went to do a divination. This new place I'm going to, I don't know what it looks like. And then he started to construct a way to get to that place, to construct a path to get there. Eruku toro, eruku tààrà, ọ̀nà tóóró ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. They started to, to open the road with a small path, a narrow road. Ifa says there is a community we are going to establish there. There is a place we are going there. And they started clearing the path, making the road, constructing, breaking the forest, breaking through the forest and the bushes. And they continued until that Onotoro, the narrow path, became a very wide road. Thousands of people could come in. And he went in there. And when he got in there, remember he was instructed to perform Ebo. Where you are going, so that it will be successful, so that you would establish life there, so that Ifa will be established there, so that there will be blessings for the people that will come after you there, so that you will be fruitful in that land, you will multiply, you will have children and wife and success and build factories and mansions, education, whatever it is you think a community of human beings are supposed to have, so that they will have it. Nílé Ìlàsàn. That is why he was asked to make Ebo, and he did. And when he got in there, what did he experience? When he performed the Ebo and he got to that place, he became wealthy. He found wealth there. When he went through the path that he had opened and he got to that place, what else did he find? He gained a spouse. Odialaya, Odialaje. Ajay started to work for him. Ajay started to increase in that land. He was the one that took Ajay into that land. By virtue of the fact that he went there, doing the Ebo and the Etutu he was asked to do, wealth followed them into that land. Ajay followed them into that land. We need 3 more people to meet the finger heart goal for this morning. Thank you for the 7 people that had participated. We need 3 more people, 3 more people, 3 more people. We have less than 20 seconds to go. 3 more people, 3 more different people, 3 more different people to help us meet that hard goal. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. He gained a spouse there. He got married. When he got to that place, after doing the Ebo that he was asked to do, Ifa says what? He had children. So he did not only marry a wife, he also had children. And he and his children started to explore that land, started to increase that land, started to multiply in that land. And that is why that land till today is named after Ejiorogun and is called Ìlú Orogun. And he multiplied there. Now, how do we appropriate this to our everyday life? Ifa says when he got to Ìlú Ìlàsàn, he became a homeowner. he established his own home. He became successful and wealthy, meaning that he established his own career or his own business in that place. Remember that he was coming from somewhere. This Ifa divination was done for a grown adult that was going to Shawo. Is not a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old. He was in a community already. He did not have Ajay in that community. He did not have a wife. He did not marry where he was coming from. He did not have children. He did not become a homeowner where he was coming from. Ifa says, Ìgbà tí when Èjì Ọ̀rọ̀gún performed the Ẹbọ according to the divination concerning the house of Ilasan, he received every blessing that you could think of that pertained to his own life. He experienced it when he got to Ibito Lo Shawo. The WhatsApp number will be posted on your screen right now, and this is why you will need to send a message via WhatsApp. Listen to me. Some of you are in places right now where you do not have any business. In that place, you will not find Ajay. Is not a curse. Ajay is not there. The Ajay that has your name attached to it, where you are going to find the wife that is attached to you, and you people are going to have the children that has been destined for you, where you are going to become a homeowner and have every blessing, is not in the place where you are right now. Sorry, unfortunately. I know they said you should pray. Whatever you ask, God will give you. Yes, you see those years of prayer, watching this live streaming is the answer to that prayer. Because what are you asking for? You want to be wealthy, you want to be successful in your business, you want to be able to buy houses for yourself and your parents, you want to get married, you want to have children. Yes, but you can, even God knows that you cannot find it in that land where you are. You cannot find it there. So the answer to that, your prayer, is your spirit directing you to this live streaming to say, maybe the problem is where you are. That's why you are going to send a message to that WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen right now to say, Iyanifa Ewa, I want to make a divination. Where I am right now, this country I am right now, this state I am right now, this community I am right now, this job that I am right now, this marriage I am right now, wherever it is that you are, geographical location, a certain headspace, a certain business space, among a group of people, whatever it is that defines your position, you need to find out if that is where you are supposed to be. I know religion has told you the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. God created everything and I'm going to succeed in everything God created. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. The earth is not yours. You are not the Lord. You are not God. God holds heaven and earth, yes, but there is a portion of it that he has given to you. And if you do not find where that portion that has been given to you is, you will continue to form Lord over something that you did not create. The Spirit of God is everywhere. As long as the Spirit of God is there, I am there. As long as the Spirit of God is there, I will find blessing there. That's not the way it works. That is not the way it works. You can drive into an estate. Every apartment in that building is 2-bedroom flats. Has the same furniture, the same color, the same everything, but the apartment with your name is the one with your name. You are not going to knock the apartment of the next door neighbor and say, but it's the same thing now. Our kitchen is in the same place. Our chairs are in the same place. It's the same building. It's sitting on the same plot of land. No. Even if that entire building is sitting on plot 2, street F, road B, in Lagos State, it has 1,000 apartments in it. There is just one unit of that one apartment that is yours, even if the address is the same thing and is sitting on the same plots. So the earth can be the Lord and the fullness of it, and God can be everywhere. You are not God. You are not everywhere. Your blessing is not everywhere. That is why Ifa is called Afinimono. Afinimono is the one that shows you the road. God, guide me into the place to go. If there is no place to go, why are you asking God to guide you? If the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and you can succeed anywhere, you can sit down on your bed from morning to night and be scrolling every color of app and sit down there. Education will come and meet you there. Food will come and meet you there. Wife and husband will break into your house and meet you there. Your children will pop in by your bedside. They will bring them from the hospital and give them to you. They will hand the papers of the house to you there. The earth is the Lord, including your bed. But if you do not believe that you are going to do that, then you also need to understand that when it comes to human life, there are things that aligns with people. There are places that you are supposed to be. There are places you are not supposed to be. There are things you are supposed to be doing. There are things that you have no business with, as wonderful as those things sound. The fact that your grandfather did it, your father did it, your elder brother did it is not a guarantee that it is for you. You are a human being. Treat yourself like one. You are a separate human being with unique fingerprints. Treat yourself like one, because that is how Olódùmarè treats you. That's how the divine and supreme being treats you. That's how life has been designed. You see, take for instance, let's dive into the world of animals. Take cats, for example. You have the cat family. You have the different pet cats you have in your house. The lion, the tiger is part of the cat family. The leopard is part of the cat family. There are so many of them. Now, the little pet cats that you have in your house, those fluffy ones, should now stand up and look into the face of the lion and say, there's no difference. We are the same thing. How? Or the way you are carrying your pet cat, you do everything with it, very loving. You are a fur mommy, you are a cat mommy, we love you for it. You will not dive into a zoo, jump in there and go and hug the lion that is there and says, oh, it is a cat, it's just a cat like my cat. They come from the same cats, the same cat family. They have the same DNA and the same blood group. Therefore, you can hug it. You won't do that. So, as long as within that cat family, you still have different separations of species designed to live and survive in different places, eat different things, express love and give out love in different ways, cat family, then look at us as human family and understand that there are some people that are meant to be in the Amazon beautiful rich rainforest of life. That's where they are going to succeed, like the lion and the tiger. And there are some people in this same human family that we all belong to that are supposed to be inside as pets, inside the house. That's where they are supposed to be, inside their father's house, in the community and in the country of their parents. That's where they're supposed to succeed. But we are the same thing. So this SFI is telling us that as you navigate to the place where you are supposed to go, where you are supposed to be, that's where success is waiting for you. That is where you have written your own purpose and plan, your own destiny. That is where it is. And unfortunately for a lot of us, our parents did not find out that path and destiny at the time that we were born. But you can blame your parents only for so long. Now that you're an adult and you understand that people go through life and they have purpose and destiny, you understand that people just don't sit down and cry and pray for blessings to come. People find out where their blessing is and they navigate their way through it and go there and be in that space to be able to enjoy it. Because you and I understand that, we will do better. We will go to Ifa and find out what is my purpose in life. Where is my path? Where am I going to succeed? This place that I am at the moment, this country, this job, this relationship, this whatever it is that you describe the position you are right now, is this place for me? The WhatsApp number has been pinned on your screen, so do yourself a favor and find that out. Stop struggling unnecessarily in life. Emphasis on unnecessarily. Stop. When I meet some people, when they come for spiritual consultation, and I look at them, I listen to them, I divine and I look into their lives, and I see the efforts that they are putting into something that is not going to work. It breaks my heart, because if they had put that same effort into the thing that was right for them, the success would have been explosive. Imagine somebody that they told that, oh, I've planted something in the ground, there is yam there, the color is brown, just pick it out and cook it. And the person did not ask where the direction, can you point me exactly to where it is? This land and this ground is full. The person just went there and carried stone. They said the body is brown. Okay, it looks brown. And he puts it into the pot, pours water, puts salt, and he starts cooking. And he calls the person, how long is it going to take it to get soft? Give it like another 30 minutes, it will get soft. 1 hour has passed, 3 hours has passed, 5 hours has passed, 24 hours has passed. The stone is still hard, it's not soft. And every other person is saying, where I am, we also digged out something, and we ate it. Nobody knows the name of that something yet. And we ate it. Jagaban of Africa, thank you so much for that gift. And we all ate it. And the person stays there and continues to cook stone. And is cooking it. Gas number 1 has finished. Gas number 2 has finished. He has spent all the money to buy gas. Water has finished. He has continued to buy more water. Now he's borrowing money to buy gas and water to cook stone, because they said everybody is bringing something out of the ground and they are cooking. Then somebody comes there one day, let's even see what you are cooking. And they open it and they find stone, and everybody is like, this is not the thing. But you people say it's in the ground. But you could have asked for direction. You could have asked for direction. You could have asked for full details of what you are looking for. And that's the situation that a lot of people are in life. When we say we want to marry, you are in your home country. You can get married to anybody in your home country. There are certain people that you will never meet them if you are not in a certain geographical location. So maybe the person you are supposed to do life with successfully is somewhere in Malawi, and at the moment you are in where? You are in Nepal. And everything that is coming across your social media is directing you to Malawi. But you just feel, it's just the algorithm. When you come to Ifá, Ifá says, something is going to come up in the next 7 days, an instruction to direct you to where your wife and your husband is. And then in the next 7 days, a good friend of yours comes up with the idea that there's something in Africa, they need XYZ ABC, and they are funding us and blah blah. And then you remember the words of Ifá, an opportunity will come to take you to a place. That is where the solution to your marriage is. And then you go back to Ifá to ask, an opportunity has come for Malawi. My friend said X, Y, and Z. And Ifá says, that's the place you are going. And you get there. It looks like everything that could go right started going right. And you are telling everybody, Malawi is the place to be. No, their women are wonderful. They are hospitable people. Business here is booming. They are this, they are that. Uncle, it is you that Ifá directed to Malawi. If your other 3 friends from Nepal follows you, they can go there, and that might just be the end of them. That might be the worst decision of their life. Everybody has different direction. Find out your own. if you do not pick anything from all the teachings you will hear from Iyanifa Ewa. If the only thing you ever do by the virtue of coming in contact with me is to find out your purpose in life, trust me, I've helped you with 75% of whatever it is that your entire 200 years on earth will be if you live up to 200. If that is the only thing you will pick, do yourself that favor. Do yourself that honor. You deserve it. Struggling through life aimlessly is not good. Who did you offend? Why do you think you need to put yourself through that? Kò necessary rárá. It's not a sign of nothing. If you are just suffering unnecessarily, you are not going to get any extra credit for going in circles and circles and circles before you reach the right place. Let's dive into the lessons and the blessings of this essay. Those of you on YouTube, mo kí yín o, ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ire o, Ọláwálé Joseph, grand rising to you. Chidi, ojúmọ́ ire o. Dr. Yomi, láti Ìkòròdú, mo kí yín o, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. The lessons of this Odù, we are treating Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji today. The lessons of this Odù. Ifá says the house of Ilasan, once an ordinary empty place, became the foundation of wealth and blessings because Ejiorogun followed the instructions of Ifá. Because Ejiorogun followed the instructions of Ifá. Which is why I said the only thing that I would benefit from you coming back to your roots and your source is that there is a part you need to play in life to make that circle of your own life a better place, and it's going to have a ripple effect on every other thing in life. Some of us are doing our own right now, and we are raising people to do their own. You too, do your own. If not for anything, think about the future of your children if you have. Think about the future of the children that the rest of us that have decided to follow purpose and instruction. Think of the future of those children that we are raising in that line. Don't let your own wrong choice have a ripple effect on the life of every other person. That is the only thing we stand to gain on as we tell you to come back to your roots. Just find your purpose and follow it. You might be the one that has picked the destiny of fulfilling peace and stability in the economy of that country that you live in. You might be the one. A lot of you have been surfing the internet, searching for information for Ifá, looking for an Ifá priest or priestess. But the number of comments I have on YouTube saying, I have been searching Ifá for years, I've not found somebody that will break Ifá down and explain it the way you explained it. 10-20 years ago, I didn't know that is the part of Ifá that I was coming to bridge a gap with. I didn't know. Now I'm doing it. And a lot of you who would have never given Ifá a thought for a second, you are here listening, digesting it, applying it to your life, and it's making sense. Imagine that, like some of you, I refuse to find that part, I refuse to follow it, and I'm not doing it. Thousands of people, literally hundreds of thousands of people that I have come in contact with, that this knowledge, this wisdom, this instruction and information has made life better for them. They will still be surfing the internet looking for something and they will not find. A lot of you will never still have given Ifá a thought. Imagine the purpose of one person. Now imagine if you decide to do your own and she decides to do her own, and they decide to do, every one of us one by one. You see this complaint we are making about life, the government, the leaders, this and this. What you and what you and I are going to do is the bigger part of it, because the government headed by the president is just one person. compared to the rest of us. So if you decide to do your own, find your purpose and fulfill it. I find my own and I fulfill it. The answer, more than half of the prayer you are praying in what God cannot do does not exist. Half of the prayer you are praying in Hallelujah challenge, this is the answer to it. You are praying, oh God, let the government be empowered to give us good roads. The person that is going to give you good roads, he knows he's the one that is going to give you good roads. He's sitting down there stubbornly saying, I say I'm not going to do it. Oh, we want peace and kini in this country. We want somebody to find the cure for HIV and the cure for cancer and the cure for meningitis. There is somebody whose purpose is wrapped around that, who is supposed to go in a journey of traditional medicine and find that thing. That person is in court now, is wearing white and red. My Lord, may I. The person is still there, he has not found purpose. You are in Hallelujah challenge, you are praying this meningitis that your father has, let there be a solution, let there be a cure. God come down from heaven and cure them. You are supposed to make sure that the right information gets to the person that owns that knowledge, because everything is here already. But no, you people think that God is about to still do something. It offends my level of intelligence when I see people think that way. You call somebody God, divine and supreme being, you are still the one that is reminding him of something, calling his attention to something. How does that even sound? That's what I tell a lot of these religious people. The way you go about this your prayer and this your religious campaign is demeaning to that entity you called God. It doesn't sound like, because if human life decides to create a God, if the people that are creating AI in 2025 decide to create a God and say he's superior to everybody, they cannot create that God that you people are describing and you people think exists in your head. You gave birth to children and somebody has to be telling you, your child is going to be 2 years old, or he needs clothes, so he's going to grow out of this one. And that child is having to knock your door every day. Daddy, please, oh, this dress is getting small. They need to buy another one. You have enrolled a child in school. The child needs to be, by September, the child needs to start praying from August every morning in front of your door. Daddy, please pay my school fee. It just shows you are an irresponsible parent. It's either you are irresponsible or maybe you don't have the money yet. But God is not supposed to be like that. God is not supposed to not have the resources. God is not supposed to be irresponsible. So it doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that life has been created with everything in it. You have a part to play in that big puzzle. Until you play your part, the rest of the puzzle will be incomplete. Even if there are 1,000 other pieces laid there, it is still incomplete. So, if there's any let me translate that literally. If there's any beg we are begging you, if there's anything we are begging you for, and any favor we are asking of every one of us, is find your own part and fulfill it, so that life will be easy for the rest of us. And if you want to make heaven and you don't want to be a part of it, go to heaven already and let them give your purpose to somebody else. The moment you exit this place, somebody else will take your place and the rest of us will live life. You don't want to go, yet you don't want to do what you are supposed to do. You just want to sit down and be shouting. I don't care what you do, praying, and I don't care. Is not, but please, the part that is going to affect us, particularly our children. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Some of us have come to Ifá. We've sat down to find out the purpose of each of our children. We've done the Àkọsẹ̀jayé for each of our children. We are putting them in their purpose, directing them in where to go. But they alone cannot create that better future. Your children are going to interact with them. Don't let our effort be in vain. Find out the purpose of your own children to and raise them right, so that that future we are also looking for and praying for. You have prayed, it's okay. I don't care whether you pray or not. You have prayed, it's okay. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Oh yeah, stand up and let's get to the work part of it. And this is the answer to your prayer. I tell people, the prayer that Nigeria and Africa and the rest of the people of color have been praying for the last decades. Your ancestors want Ifeti call. Your ancestors have heard Ifa. This knowledge of Ifa that is going explosive is the answer to it. But they will still not see it. No problem. But please, Ifa says that the house of Ilasan was ordinary with nothing until Eji Orogun went there to do what Ifa instructed, and it became the foundation of wealth and blessing. What have you been instructed to do? What part have you been instructed to play in Nigeria that is going to give us wealth and blessing again? What part have you been instructed to play in Nigeria? What is your own purpose in Nigeria that is going to put an end to all this rògbòdìyàn that is going up and down? I'm doing my own now. Do your own. Ifa says, dust, though small or scattered, symbolizes the beginning that can transform into greatness. Ọ̀nà tóóró òun ni títí márosẹ̀ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. The small path, as you open the small path, that is how the highway and the expressway started. Little dust you are scattering here and there is how we have earth ground covered everywhere. Is the foundation for new beginnings. Ifa says it is not too late to start that new beginning. I have a lot of people ask me, I found out about Ifa at age 60, at age 70, at age whatever you are. Oh, is it not too late to know your path? This is the way I respond to them. If you are 70 and you have been destined to live 110 years, for example, you still have 40 more years. Are you saying that the remaining 40 years that you probably still have is not worth living, right? Even if you have 5 years more to live at the age you are right now, you think that 5 years is not worth knowing what your purpose is and playing your own part and guiding your own children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and laying a foundation that the generations coming behind you is going to say, we are grateful for what our grandfather did. You think it's not worth it? Everybody thinks of everything else except what can be done now. Life has instructed us and manipulated our sense of reason to always think about, the things that you lost in the past, the things that you don't have, the things you are looking for in the future. I think I was in secondary school when I had a conversation with my dad. So for those of you that are viewing my live streaming for the first time, I grew up in a Christian family. I was raised in Deeper Life Church. I went to Christ Chapel International Church for a short while and then ended up in Christ Embassy Church where I became an assistant pastor. So I grew up in a decent Christian family, like my husband would say, decent Christian family, and we were taught, But then I'm also grateful to my father and my mother for presenting an environment for us while I was growing up, where we could talk about certain things about Christianity and the Bible that didn't just add up. So I have been questioning things and allowed to question things since I was a child. It was normal in my house, right? So my dad and I were having a conversation. It's usually my dad and I. My mom was the very good Christian deeper life mother who will just tell you, you know what, it is the things of God, let's just leave it like that, as long as we make heaven. I love her so much for that. But at least my dad was more of the critical thinker, but we were all still going to church. So you see this song that he used to sing in church, it's an old hymn. Oh Lord, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. You see that those first lines? I told my dad, I said, oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. Sorry, Felix says, can I have a word with you privately? Yes. In the description box of the video you are watching on YouTube, you'll see the WhatsApp number in the description box. The WhatsApp number will be there. Just check the description box of this particular video or any other video on YouTube. You'll find the WhatsApp number and then you can send a message. So he says, oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. Then I asked my dad, what happened to today? God helped us in ages past. He's the hope for the future. What about today? What about right now? What do we get right now? And the conversation went into so many other things. But that is what religion does. And that is what has informed this mindset of, can I still do it now? Why can't you do it? Are you not the one that is opening your mouth and talking now? This now, it doesn't matter. If I've heard about Ifá when I was 12 years old, life would have been better. You did not hear about Ifá at 12, and we cannot go back to 12 years old. I will think about it, you know, maybe by and by. Why? What is wrong with today? What is wrong with today and now? God will do it, God will do it, God will do it, so shall it be, God will do it. It is always either in the past or in the future. What happens to my blessing is here now. What happens to today? What happens to this is the point where I am now. And I want to know what Ifá says about me now. And I want to be able to navigate my life now. What happened to that? Mr. Felix, please, I need to confirm that you have been able to locate the WhatsApp number in the description box of this video. If you cannot, you can head over to Ifá College on TikTok. You would find the WhatsApp number on the bio. It is also in the profile of this YouTube channel, but just in case you cannot navigate it on YouTube, you can check on the other platform. So Ifá tells us here that there is always a new beginning, transformation that can happen now. You can decide that today is going to mark the beginning of what life is supposed to be for you. It's that simple. It's not a prayer. We are not saying, oh, if you want to start your life afresh today, let me lead you into, I'm not leading into prayer. You want to start your life afresh, what you need is information and knowledge. And if you need that information, if you want to find it, send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. Iyanifa Ewa, I need to find out from Ifá. Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I in the place I'm supposed to be? Particularly those of you in different geographical location. It's not everybody that is going to succeed abroad, though. It's not everybody that is going to succeed abroad. There's a video that was flying around a couple of weeks ago about a guy, one Yoruba guy with his family that relocated from the UK. They went back to Nigeria from the UK, and comment section is filled with, if you came to the UK and you could not succeed, you can never succeed in life again. How can somebody leave the UK and go back to Nigeria? It's not a competition. But if you open your eyes and you remove that contact lens of Sapa from your eyes, you will see the number of Nigerians that are prospering, not doing well, that are prospering legally, legitimately, without the whatever that you people, the big R that you people are experiencing as people of color in those countries. I'm not saying because of that move down to Nigeria. I'm saying everybody is going to succeed in different places where they are supposed to be. You people have allowed, it is just sad that we have to still continue to talk about this. Physical slavery was what it was. Yes. It was perpetrated by a color against another color. Then they replaced that one with mental slavery. And then you people are now the one that is propagating it. Somebody lived in the UK for 4 years and they described to you that that's not the quality of life they want. If the wife is not working 12 hours in the day, the husband is, when the wife is working in the day, the husband is at home with the baby. Then the husband goes another 12 hours, the wife is at home with the baby. The number of hours that they spend together looking at each other like this in the house as a couple is like 1 or 2 hours. The memories that the child is going to have is the mother and the father exclusively. And they decide to pack and go back to an environment where they think the quality of life that they want is better in their home country. And what those of you that are, let me be nice, what those of you that are washing plates and changing diaper for elderly people of another color, what you can say in comment section is, if you cannot make it in UK, you cannot make it anywhere. That's what they told you. And that's why all of you are in church. Hallelujah challenge. People are holding their international passport on. I don't have a problem with traveling. I travel a lot. But if your mindset tells you that you cannot find success except you go to a certain place to be subjected to a certain inhuman condition of life, fundamentally that is your definition of what you have to go through to succeed, then the problem is not with them, the problem is with you. If you are the place where you are destined to be, it will not be that hard. There are quite a number of people, millions of people of color that are in foreign countries that are succeeding effortlessly. Emphasis on the word effortlessly. Because that's where they're supposed to be. That is where they are supposed to be. If we sit down and we find out, and everybody, we have what? Over 200 million people in Nigeria, according to population census. If every one of those, even if it's just half, can find out what their purpose is and where they are supposed to be. I mean, let's even include those in the diaspora. So let's say, give or take, Nigerians home and abroad, let's say 300 million, for instance. If 200 million out of those 300 million can find their purpose and talk about what Ifá is, find out what Ifá says about their purpose and the direction of their life, you will find out that a lot of things that we consider problem, inadequate in Africa right now, in Nigeria right now, the people that are supposed to fix it, who have been given the purpose, the knowledge, the information to fix it, they are somewhere in another country doing something that's got nothing to do with them. Please keep tapping on your screen. Please, can somebody post the number, the WhatsApp number on YouTube? Mr. Felix is finding it challenging getting the WhatsApp number. Please, if somebody can go to the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, or those on the screen. I see a couple of people on YouTube right now who are already on my WhatsApp contact list, so that you can post it for him and he can get it. Keep tapping on your screen. Thank you. So this is very important. So sometimes those prayers you are praying every morning, every day, every night, God bless Nigeria, God change Nigeria, the answer to those prayers sometimes is in certain people that are in countries that they don't have any business to return back to Nigeria and do that thing that you are supposed to do. And that certain person might be you. But no, Otibu Yekpe Nigeria Dani, I'm never going back to that place again. Especially you, those of you that are in Trump and so Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria is not safe. It's America that is safe. Anyways, this is not a campaign for a country. This is a campaign for you to find your purpose. Make sure you are where you are supposed to be. Find your purpose. Make sure you are where you are supposed to be. Doing what you are supposed to do, so that the quality of your life will be better. So that as you fulfill your purpose, you will also be instrumental in making life easy for the other people who are around you, whose life your decisions will touch. Because it's not about you alone. Ifa says wealth, marriage, children, property, and all blessings flow from divine obedience. Flows from divine obedience, not in looking for a strong babalawo. They say there's one baba in Iyanifa. When you get there, without anything, when the baba looks at you, just tell you everything. The soul that baba will give you is powerful. We are still doing that at this age. In 2025, we're still doing that. No, now, Abba. We left knowledge and instruction and direction and guidance, and we are looking for very strong babalawo. There's no, I don't have a problem with any babalawo and their strength. I am an Iyanifa, and some of my clients will consider me very strong Iyanifa, and that's okay. But put that one aside. Obedience, knowledge, instruction, direction, following it. Ifa ni afini mono. Ifa shows you the way. There is no definition for Ifa that says Ifa is the powerful superpower that will save your life. It's not in the definition of Ifa. The definitions of Ifa are what? Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu Olódùmarè, the words of the mouth of Olódùmarè. Words are what? Instruction and direction. Keep tapping on your screen, those of you on TikTok. We have about 50 people, give or take, 50 something people on the live streaming right now. Keep tapping on your screen, keep tapping on your screen. Mr. Felix, are you on TikTok? You will find the number on TikTok. It's easy. Or if you want me to call out the number for you, I don't know if that's okay. Have you put it?
Yeah.
No, it's not showing here. So I think there's a way that it is typed on YouTube, that YouTube has a format for which you can post stuff like that. So keep tapping on your screen, keep tapping on your screen. Yeah. So it says here that true direction, Ifa is defined as the words of the mouth of Olódùmarè. That's what Ifa is defined as. Ifa is defined as ohùn ẹnu Olódùmarè, the voice of Olódùmarè. Number one. Ifa is defined as ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, the witness of your destiny, the one that witnessed your destiny, that witnessed the purpose for your life. If you cannot remember, the one that witnessed it is Ifa. How does Ifa tell you? How does Ifa make you know what they witnessed? It comes out through words, through information, instruction, and direction. Again, Ifa ni afini monomo araye. Ifa is the GPS of life. How does GPS direct you through life? Through instructions and direction. Again, another definition of Ifa. Ifa ni atori ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe. Ifa is the repairer of the destiny of the person whose destiny is not good. How does Ifa help you to tún orí yín tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe? How does Ifa help you to fix your orí? Through words, through instructions. So if there is anything that you are supposed to be looking for powerful, is instructions and direction. Focus on that and see how life will be. The responsibility for your success is in the instructions that you can follow, is in the directions you can follow. Mr. Felix, okay, you said I should call out WhatsApp number. So it's a Nigerian number. So you have +234 preceding the number, +234 preceding the number. Then you have 080 8. Then you have 417 08 417 2309. Let me call that again. +234 808 417 2309. I hope you got it. Count it and make sure it's 11 numbers. Plus the 234, that will be 13 numbers. Confirm that you have the right number. So maybe what you do is send a message to that number on WhatsApp right now, so that you'll be sure you have the right number. Ifa says wealth, marriage, children, prosperity, blessings will flow through obedience. This Odù blesses with transformation from insignificance to prominence, from little to plenty. This Odù Ifá shows that you can go from insignificance to prominence. When Meeji was going into that place, what did he get? He was starting with little fine sand on Toro lo fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. He started alone on that journey. Later he found a spouse. And before he found a spouse, he found money. Ajé came first. You don't go and marry somebody's daughter without having money to take care of yourself and take care of her. So there's a reason Ifá put it for us in that order. Ifá says, Adífá fún èjì ọ̀ràngún, èyí tí ń ṣàwòrè lé lásán, ẹbọ làwo ni kó mú ṣe, ó sì gbẹbọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwòdé lé lásán ló dá lájé. The first thing he had was Ajé. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwòdé lé lásán ló dá láya. When he did his ẹbọ in Ilé Ìlasàn, he got a wife. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwòdé lé lásán ló dọlọ́mọ. He increased to having children. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀ràngún délé lásán ló donílé. He started to build property and acquire property. Ìgbà èjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwòdé lé lásán ló doníre gbogbo, and every other blessing flowed. So this Odù Ifá is telling us that it blesses with the transformation of insignificance to prominence, from little to plenty. That's why I said, irrespective of where Ifá meets you, at whatever point Ifá meets you, you can continue to grow steadily from there. Mr. Felix, you said I should call it out again. Please, I hope you are ready this time. +234 808 417 2309. I hope you got it this time. How do we apply this Ifá to our everyday life? In our money and career, Ifá says no place or situation is too ordinary to be transformed, as long as that is the place that Ifá has approved for you to be. What looks small now will produce wealth when it's backed up with the right instruction and the right sacrifice from Ifá. Yeah, Jane, you posted it right, but it's not allowing it. WhatsApp, TikTok, what's their name? YouTube is not allowing it. That read out. They are not allowing it to come. But I guess he should get it right now. Thank you so much. So it says, according to your when you want to apply this to your money, to your career, Ifá says, irrespective of your situation or your location, Ifá says that there is no place that you are that is too ordinary to be transformed. As long as you are at the place where your Ori wants you to be, where Ifá has directed you to be, what looks small right now will produce wealth that is backed up by sacrifice. In your relationship, Ifá says a season of waiting, that's where you might be right now, but it's going to lead to joy. How do we know that? just as Ejiorangun found his spouse and children through divine alignment, through purpose and instruction, through receiving instruction from Ifa, through receiving instructions from Ifa and following it, he found wife, and in turn they found children. So dear single Pringle that is trying to mingle but does not want to mingle with the wrong people, go to Ifa and ask for directions and instruction. Stop gambling with your heart. Some of you, I read the comment somewhere this morning. This person said she's too heartbroken to forgive the other gender. Auntie, sorry. The person that broke your heart is 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people, but they do not reflect the rest of that gender. So if you still want to give it a try, this time is not a try, this time is following instruction. You blamed every other person. You saw that, okay? You blamed every other person except for yourself. The man that you dated is the one that is the wrong person. Yes, he treated you in a bad way. He cheated on you. He took your money and went away. He married your best friend. He ghosted you. He lied to you about having a wife. He did all of these things. At what point are you going to ask yourself, what could I have done differently if I had received instruction about this relationship before I invested my life and everything into it? Would it have changed the outcome? Yes. So it is high time that you take responsibility in your relationship and ask the question, this relationship I'm in right now, is it good for me? Is it the best for me? The one I'm about to enter into, what is it going to get for me? A client sent me a message last night. He wanted to do a divination, and usually I ask, I tell you to type out the questions and what you need divination. And he said, I just met this lady, XYZ, mentioned the name of the lady. I want to know, what has she come into my life to do at this time? Is she going to be a helper? Are we going to do business together? Are we supposed to date? I want to know what she's doing in my life right now. If she's of no good or if she's a distraction, let me know so that I can jump and pass. I saw that and I felt, what a time to be alive. When people meet people, you just met somebody, you don't even know what the relationship might bring, but you want to know ahead before you start to invest your time going out on dates, meet business proposal, talking to them about your life, spending time on phone calls, exchanging emails and chats. You want to know what is in it for you. What do I have a purpose for this person's life? Do they have a purpose for me? If not, let me just and go. That's quality of life we are talking about. Not, God said that your wife is going to come before the end of the year. Then you now start to invest in every female that comes into your life. You put your time, maybe it is this one. Oh God, maybe it's this one. Someone says a wife will come. This is your year to get married. There are 365 days in that year. You are going to meet 200 women in that year. How do you know which one? You will now be sampling them one by one, like a music producer that is sampling songs. You'll be sampling them one by one, bang. 200 people. When you now get to number 103, your heart will have broken into fine dust. Then you now say, men are bad people, women are bad people. That gender is not that gender. It's you that does not have sense. It's you that has decided to put the responsibility of your life on somebody that is giving you generic information. You will get married this year. Do you know how many people will get married this year? Before the end of the year, your wife can still come. The God of the 11th hour will, before the end of this year, so many people will find wife. He had assured you. But how do we know that is you? And how do you identify the wife when you find? Book a divination. Ask Ifa. Normalize asking Ifa. Normalize divinations in things that have to do with your life. Make it a normal part of your life. It is way cheaper than gambling through life, wasting money, wasting time, wasting resources, and getting your heart broken. Divination is cheaper. How do you apply it in your personal growth? Ifa says, don't despise the ordinary. Don't despise the days of your little beginnings. When Ifa says that road you are going through right now is not for you, this is a new place. You mean I'm going to start all over again? No. God is not a wicked God. He can fix this one for me. That's how you stay there 10 years. You mean this relationship is not for me? You mean no. There is nothing God cannot do. God can change every situation. God changing your situation is working you out of something that doesn't work for you. Oh, I will continue to pray. God will do it. That's how you spent extra 8 years in something that is not working. Now you have counted 20 years. And you know that with every passing day, every additional day and year, it becomes harder. It becomes more difficult and challenging to get yourself out of that situation. Today is the next best time. Yesterday was the best time. Today is the next best time to figure out that thing and start to work in it. Don't despise the little. Onotoro was what Ejiogun started with. Narrow path. And it became the entire community and city and success and wealth that it is right now. Greatness will come from the most unexpected place as long as you follow instruction and you do the required sacrifice. In your spiritual health, your spiritual life, Ifa says, always start every journey and decision with Ifa divination. Honor and obey the instructions of Ifa. Sacrifices Ebo turns ordinary things into dwellings and houses filled with blessings. It turns ordinary things into dwellings and housing that is filled with blessing. We round this up by reading the Iwure for this Odù Ifá. Ejiogun, ẹni tí Ifá gbé lọ sílé ìlàsàn, ó padà di ilé ìbùkún. Ọ̀nà tóóró ló gbà délé ìlàsàn, ó padà di ọ̀nà gbòòrò. Ifá, jẹ́ kí gbogbo ibi tí mo bá yà sí tí ẹsẹ̀ bá gbé mi dé jẹ́ kó padà di ibi rere láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí owó, aya, ọkọ, ọmọ, ilé àti ire gbogbo kó máa bá mi níbi gbogbo tí mo bá wà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí gbogbo ẹbọ mi gbà, kí orí mi gbé sókè, kí ẹbọ fín, kẹbọ dà, kẹbọ dòde ọ̀run. Kémi náà wá padà máa ṣẹnu rere yin awo, káwo máa yin Ifá, kífá máa yin Elédùmarè nítorí mi láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá says Ejiogun, whom Ifá turned his house into a house of blessing. Let Ifá turn every place that I am, that I'm directed to by my Ori, into a place of goodness. Let wealth and spouse and children and home and every blessing come to me. Let all my ebo be accepted and my Ori be lifted higher, so that I can come back and honor my Awo, and Awo will praise Ifá. Ifá will praise Olódùmarè because of me. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. Odù Ifá Ofun Meeji ẹsẹ̀ kìíní as written in our sacred text of the Odù from Ifá College. Wọ́n ní eruku tóóró, eruku tààrà. Adífá fún Ejiogun èyí tí ó ṣàwó relé ìlàsàn, ẹbọ làwo ni kó mú ṣe. Ó sì gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. ìgbà ìjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwọdélé ìlasàn ló dá lájẹ́, eruku tó ró eruku tààrà. Ìgbà ìjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwọdélé ìlasàn ló dá láya, eruku tó ró eruku tààrà. Ìgbà ìjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwọdélé ìlasàn ló dọlọ́mọ, eruku tó ró eruku tààrà. Ìgbà ìjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwọdélé ìlasàn ló donílé, eruku tó ró eruku tààrà. Ìgbà ìjì ọ̀ràngún ṣàwọdélé ìlasàn ló doníre gbogbo, eruku tó ró eruku tààrà. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àádálájé, àádọ́lọ́kọ, àádọ́lọ́mọ, àádáláya, àádónílé, oníṣẹ́ ńláńláńlá, àádóníre gbogbo. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ire owó, ire ọlá, ire ọlà tí ajé gbé wálé ní ọjọ́ ajé á wọlé wa nírun nígbà. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, bí èjì ọ̀ràngún ṣe ṣáwó lọlé ìlasàn, èmi àti yín ń ṣáwó báyìí níbi gbogbo tá a wà. Àwọ̀ á gbè wá, Ifá gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á gbè wá. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, tá a bá wá rẹ́ni tí ẹsẹ̀ ti gbé lọ síbi tí orí òran, Ifá mú wálé, Elédùà mú wálé, àwọn tó ṣáwó kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á mú padà wálé. Á wá jókòó síbi tí Ifá kọ mọ́, á jókòó síbi tí orí kọ mọ́, á ṣoríire níbẹ̀, á dalájé níbẹ̀, á dolówó níbẹ̀, á dọlọ́lá níbẹ̀, á dọlọ́kọ, á daláya, á dọlọ́mọ, á doníre gbogbo níbẹ̀. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, níbi gbogbo tá a bá wà, bá a ṣe ń gbọ́ ohùn Ifá, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè á dirun á digba fún wa o. Àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á jẹ́ kó gbè wá bá a ṣe ń ṣẹbọ, ẹbọ á fín, ẹbọ á dà, ẹbọ á dòdì ọ̀run. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, igúnnugún tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á jẹbọ èmi àti yín, àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú àrùn á jẹbọ wa. Àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń gbọ́sẹ̀ fún wọn ní ìdá sí wa lára. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, wọ́n ní Ifá la torí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe, níbi tó rí èmi àti yín tọkọtọmọ tará tẹbí tọmọ tí ò ti sunwọ̀n, Ifá bá wa tún ṣe. Ifá olókun á sọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀, á wá sọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti yín á sọ dayọ̀. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, wọ́n ní Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Bá a ṣe ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí, Ifá fi èmi àti yín mọ̀nà ọ̀nà tóóró, ọ̀nà gbòòrò tá a máa gbà débi tí orí á ti sunwọ̀n. Ifá gbé wa débẹ̀, àti wá ṣàwo, àwo á gbè wá, àní ṣe àwo ṣe. Àwo tá a máa ṣe, tá a máa kàn bàjẹ́ níbẹ̀, orí àtẹlẹ́dà ò ní jẹ́ ká ṣe. Àwo tó máa gbé wa débi gíga, òun la máa ṣe. Àwo tó máa gbé wa délé ọlá, tó máa gbé wa délé ọlà, òun la máa ṣe. Àwo ti gbé àwọn ará wájú o, ó wá di dandan káwo gbé mi àti yín. Àwo ti gbé àwọn aláṣẹkù, ó di dandan káwo gbè wá. Àwo alájé làwa ṣe, àwo olówó làwa ṣe, àwo oníyì làwa ṣe. Àwọn èèyàn á wò wá, wọ́n á rí Ifá nínú wa, wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa rí ajé, wọ́n á máa rí owó, wọ́n á máa rí ọlá. Oore tí ò ṣe é bò mọ́lẹ̀, ajé tí ò ṣe é fọwọ́ bò mọ́lẹ̀, òun lórí á gbé wá fún wa. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àtọ̀tún àtòsí tẹ́yẹlé fi ń kóre wá, wọ́n á gbére ńláńlá wá fún wa. Wọ́n ní irun orí báyìí ló ń bàṣírí orí. Ọmọ aráyé á fi ajé, wọ́n á fi bò wá láṣìírí. Tá a bá wá rẹ́nì kankan tó ti rìnrìn ẹsẹ̀ gbèrègbèrè lọ síbi tí orí ò ràn wọn, àní kí orí máa gbé wọn wá, káwọn aláṣẹkù máa gbé wọn padà wá síbi tí ó yẹ kó wà. Ibi tó rí ń gbé wa lọ, kẹ́sẹ̀ wa má ṣì wá lọ́nà. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní bọ́mọ aráyé fọwọ́ tì í. Ìpín àti ìṣẹ̀dá tá a yàn, òun la máa gbélé ayé ṣe. Àní fọwọ́ dànù, àní ṣubú dànù. Àjọṣepọ̀ wa níbi gbogbo tá a bá wà, ire ló máa mú wá. Tá a bá wá rí ẹnikẹ́ni èèyàn kéèyàn tó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ ìṣẹ̀dá wa, tí ò sí nínú ìpín wa, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kí orí yà wá kó yà wọ́n. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, tá a bá rí àfọwọ́fà kankan, táwa gan ti lọ fọwọ́ ara wa fà níbi tí orí ò gbé wa dé, kí orí foríjì wá, kẹ́lẹ́dàá foríjì wá, kẹ́lẹ́dùmarè foríjì wá, káwọn aláṣẹkù foríjì wá, kó wá gbé wa lọ síbi ọlá, kó gbé wa lọ síbi ọlà. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rìn lọ́nà tóóró, tó ti ń dàbí ẹni wípé ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn ti ń bá yín pé ìjọ́ wo ni mo fẹ́ lànà, ìjọ́ wo ni mo fẹ́ débi re. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ní láti ṣe láti débi rere, láti débi gíga, Ifá fi ṣe é rọrùn fún wa. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àtọ̀tún àtòsì lọ́lẹ́yẹlé fi ń kóre wá ọ, látorígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé ni wọ́n máa kóre ajé wá fún yín. Wọ́n lànà tóóró lọ́ fi délé ìlasàn, wọ́n lànà tóóró lọ́ fi délà ọ̀rọ̀gún. Bí ẹ ṣe ń lànà, ọmọ aráyé máa lànà rékùn yín. Wọ́n nínú igbó lorógbó ń gbé, inú igbó lobì ń gbé, ọmọ aráyé máa ń lànà kan ni. Àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn, àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan àwọn lórúkọ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé yìí, wọ́n á lànà oore kàn wá, wọ́n á lànà owó kàn wá, wọ́n á lànà ọlá kàn wá, wọ́n á lànà oore gbogbo kàn wá. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, gbogbo àwọn tí ojú ọmọ wa ń pọ́n, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, òrìṣà ìbejì, àwọn ọ̀bejì tó ń wọlé oníṣẹ́ tó ń sọ ọ́ dilé ọlá, tó ń wọlé aláworo tó ń sọ ọ́ donígbà aṣọ, wọ́n á wọlé wá ní làǹtìlanti ní. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àwọn tó ń sunkún ọkọ, tó ń sunkún aláìláya, tó ń sunkún aláìlọ́kọ, orí á gbé yín débi tí ọkọ ti yín wà, orí á gbé yín débi táyà ti yín wà. Ẹ ní ṣàṣìfẹ́ o, ẹ ní gbé egun eléegun, ẹ ní ṣọkọ fẹ́, ẹ ní ṣìyàwó ní. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, tá a bá wá lẹ́yìn tó ti ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé nípa ìgbéyàwó, Ifá lànà jáde nínú ibi tí ò ń ṣe tiyín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Elédùmarè á lànà jáde fún yín níbi tí ò ń ṣe tiyín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wá lànà jáde fún yín níbi tí ò ń ṣe tiyín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ire owó ire ọlá òun la máa fọwọ́ kó wá. Àní bá wọn ṣubú dànù o, àní bá wọn taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, àwọn ọ̀yà mi tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, wọn á jẹ́ káwa náà ráyè ṣe tiwa, wọn á jẹ́ ká ráyè ṣe tiwa. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, bá a ṣe ti ń kó ẹ̀kọ́ fáyì, ó ti gba etí ọ̀tún jáde o. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kò ní gba ti kejì. Bó ṣe ti gba etí ọ̀tún wọlé, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kò ní gba ti kejì jáde. Wọ́n ní àbọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ló ń wọnú ọmọlúàbí, tó bá dé inú ẹ̀ odidi ló ń dè. Ẹ̀kọ́ fátá ti kọ́lé ní adodindi fún wa, adìrún adìgbà fún wa, á ṣe amọ̀nà débi gíga fún wa, á ṣe amọ̀nà débi àlàáfíà, débi ìlọsíwájú, débi ìgbéga. Gbogbo ẹni tó wá hùn láti ṣe awo tí owó ò tí ì pé, tájí ò tí ì pé, ajé á fi ṣèrọ̀rùn fún yín. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, wọ́n ní Ifá ló máa ń mú fà wá láti ilé, ló máa ń mú fà wá látòkò. Ifá gbére ajé wá fún yín, Ifá mú ìfà wá fún yín. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ lè dá ṣe, Ifá gbé olùrànlọ́wọ́ dìde ká kún yín lọ́wọ́. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àtọ̀tún àtòsì báyìí lọmọ aráyé ti máa yọ́nú sí wa. Ìṣọmọdé ni, ìṣàgbà ni, ọkùnrin ni, obìnrin ni, dúdú ni, òfunfun ni, lẹ́bọ lóògùn ni, oṣóolé ni, àjẹlé ni, àfàìmọ́niṣe ni, aṣenitán bá ní dárò ni. Wọ́n máa yọ́nú sí wa torí péjọ́ tó rí bá fojú kan ọ̀run, ìjọ́ yẹn ló ń yọ́. Ọmọ aráyé á máa yọ́nú sí wa. Àní ṣubú dànù, àní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé, àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àtọ̀tún àtòsì báyìí ire la máa rí torí ire lójú owó ń rí. Lórí ọmọ àní sunkún, lórí aya wọn ní bọ́ bàtà ọ̀fọ̀ síwájú ilé wa, lórí ọkọ àní rógun sáré sógbò gbà mí níbí gbà mí sọ̀hún. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ẹrù tálábíàmọ ìtúkùn ò ní gbé wá káwa mọ́lé o. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Ifá gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn aláṣẹkù wọn á gbè wá. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o, torí wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ ní tifá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àfọ̀ṣẹ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Wọ́n ní àbálá alágẹmọ kúkú máa ń dá, òrìṣà òkè ló máa ń fàṣẹ sí. Àwa tún ti dábàálẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ ajé, ó dẹ̀ di dandan kórìṣà òkè bá wa fàṣẹ sí. A ti wúre jáde fúnra wa lẹ́yìn, ire yẹn ti jẹ́ tiwa. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, wọ́n ní táfẹ́fẹ́ bá fẹ́ á kan di oko lára. Èyí tá a wí lẹ́nìí, àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́. Á kan ẹlẹ́dàá yín lára, orí yín ò ní takò, ẹlẹ́dàá yín ò ní takò. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, àṣẹ. Thank you very much for joining Àṣẹ for today. We'll be live again tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigerian. Elédùmarè á bá wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á kún wa lọ́wọ́. If you want to learn to pray the right way in Ifá, to learn how to make Ìwúre, go to the, you see the subscription button, click on the subscription button to subscribe. If you are on YouTube, the link to join the learning the right way, to become a member of this YouTube channel, learn to pray the right way in Ifá, It will be in the bio and in the description box. If you need a divination consultation, you want to ask Ifa about your life, about your directions, about what to do, where to go, how to navigate life generally, send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen. It will direct you to my personal WhatsApp line, and then you can ask any questions to get directions. For those of you that were on the live streaming yesterday, we talked about spiritual products. I've received a lot of messages, people asking, I need products for this, I need products for that. Just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen. Ifa is knowledge. So you want to learn about Ifa, you want to learn Yoruba language, Yoruba vocabulary, Yoruba literature, you want to learn the 256 Odù Ifá, Erindilogun Ifa studies, Yoruba traditional medicine, just head over to the website ifacollege.ng. Yes, ifacollege.ng, and register for a course in Ifa today. If you need help, with directions on what course to pick, what course is appropriate for you, there will be a link on the website directing you to the course advisor where you can register for a course. I remain your host, Iyanifa Ewa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa, the founder of Ifa College and the host of Iyanifa Ewa TV. I will see you tomorrow on episode 12, season 2 of Ashe for today. And until then, we say, my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. For those of you that have been watching and you have applied the knowledge of Ifa, please do me a favor. This time around, I'm literally begging you in the name of your ancestors, do me a favor by sending a message to my DM and sharing your review on this. How have you applied everything you have learned? What are the steps that you have taken? How has it made your life better, easier, and more productive? I really want to hear from you. You can drop a comment on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, or send a DM. People need to know that this knowledge of Ifa is not a waste of time. It is working. And the fact that you can wake up this early to join every day and catch a replay on YouTube is because this information is working for you. Somebody said they just joined. Emerald Oshun, Àbọrú, Àbọyè. Don't worry, you can catch a replay once this is done. To get a replay of this video, head over to Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Subscribe, turn on notifications so that you will be notified when next we go on the live streaming. If you are on TikTok, thank you very much for your gifts, for your likes, for your shares. Click on the follow button, very important. Follow this page. Watch all the previous content, watch the replays, head over to Ifa College, pick up a course today. Elédùmarè, Ifá gbè wá, ÌṢẸШE gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n gbè wá. Jejuma Enterprises, thank you so much. I'm super grateful for your support and always being there. For all your logistics, local and international logistics services and solutions, follow Jejuma. She's my official logistics partner as we move products in and out of Nigeria to every part of the world where our clients and our customers are. That is the person that handles it. So if you have anything that has to do with logistics for your business, just follow Jejuma Enterprises and you are in safe hands. Until tomorrow, Ifá gbè wá, ÌṢẸШE gbè wá.